So there's the conditional statement we talked about, if P then Q, and I'm gonna make up an actual conditional statement where P and Q are represented with actual phrases. So for instance, let's look at the case if I buy a pair of, let's say, Michael Jordan sneakers. If I buy a pair of Michael Jordans, then so yeah, if I buy a pair of Michael Jordans, then I will be a better basketball player. If I buy a pair of Michael Jordans, then I will be a better basketball player. So whatever comes after the word if, so I buy a pair of Michael Jordans, so that'll be my hypothesis. Q would be represented by whatever comes after then, so I will be a better basketball player. So here's my conditional statement. If I buy a pair of Michael Jordans, then I will be a better basketball player. And I can see that this right here would be my P, and then all this here, this is the Q. Right, this second part is the Q. And one thing I want to point out is that you're not always going to see the format if P then Q. You could have it look similar, something like this. Q. So let me fix this. So it could be something like Q if P. So sometimes your conditional statement might be the format where it's not really in the if then statement. It could be in this format here. So just be careful, on the type of formats. So Q if P. So if I use the same example, I said if I buy a pair of Michael Jordans, then I'll be a better basketball player. Well, this will be a little bit different where I am a better basketball player. So I'm a better basketball player if I buy a pair of Michael Jordans. Right? I'll be a better basketball player if I buy a pair of Michael Jordans. So you can see in this case, I am a better basketball player, or I could have put I will be a better basketball player. But this is my Q, and then if I buy a pair of Michael Jordans, that would be the P. So you can see that in this case, the order is different, but it's still, I can rewrite it if I wanted to in an if-then statement by saying, right, because I can see the hypothesis comes after the word if, so that doesn't change. If I buy a pair of Michael Jordans, then I will be a better basketball player, right? So you can see that, you might have two different formats. So this is like the first one, here's your second one. So it could be an if-then statement, or it can be in this type of format where it says Q if P. So this is like your example of Q if P here. So here's my Q represented by I'm a better basketball player if, and here's the P. Right? This is my hypothesis, here's my conclusion. So just be on the lookout for the other format, right? And then there you go, you have two different types of conditional statements.